everybody, and welcome to your guided messages from Spirit. And wow, we're in August. Isn't this amazing? I can't believe that we are approaching the summer solstice next month. We're here in Australia, of course. It's still beautiful weather where I am because I'm in Queensland, but it won't be long. Next month, September, we're going to be looking at the seasons change, aren't we? The change of season. And here in Australia, it will be the beginning of spring, which is a beautiful, beautiful time of the year. So, this is some guided messages for all of us, including myself, from Spirit. And as you know, we pop these out for you every 4 to 5 days. And so, um, take it as it resonates. We always ask Spirit for a mystery card from our angels, gods, and goddesses deck. We ask for one card that we look at the end of the reading. And usually it's not just extra guidance, it's very often confirmation of what Spirit's just talked to us about. It's quite interesting. And of course, this is also, I don't look at it, of course, and this is also the deck that, one of the decks that we use for our daily messages to you all. So we are now doing very short videos. They run for around about 8 or 10 minutes on what Spirit wants to say to you each morning, each day. And so keep your eye open for those, won't you? Because they really are beautiful messages. So let's ask Spirit, shall we? What is it you'd like to say to us all right now? Beginning of August, and we are under the influence of Mercury in retrograde still until the 11th. However, we are also now under the energy and the influence of the Lion's Gate that started a few days ago, and that runs through till the 8th of the 8th. So, very interesting times for all of us at the moment. We've had some amazing, we've had some amazing changes and planetary situations to tolerate, have to put up with lately, haven't we? It's very changeable. We're going through some very unusual energies on our planet at the moment. And so let's have a look, everybody, what Spirit wants to say to us. Well, when you get the sun as the opening, and then the Queen of Swords, this is saying very much to get prepared for some dynamics and some big, big success. We had two cards stuck together when I chose the first ones, and they were the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. And so we are looking at the energy of our mind, what we're thinking about, what we're putting our mindset into, and what we're putting our thought. It's about our thoughts and how we're coping with whatever's going on around us. The Two of Swords is very much she's like this with the blindfold on in the tarot deck, the normal authentic or original tarot deck. And so I always look at this as needing to take the blindfold off, needing to look at things differently and taking down those barriers. Look, for some of you, you may feel as if you need to put up barriers because, let's face it, this is very much a messages for the collective. So for some of us, maybe we need to put up some barriers. Maybe we just need to shut ourselves off from any stress and strife that could be coming our way through others. And of course, we've also got the five. So we've got the two and we've got the five. And the five is also where we need to learn from a situation, review everybody's motives, and maybe move on. So this is not a time to allow ourselves to get involved in other people's dramas, other people's opinions, if they're negative, and situations. So right now, whatever's going on around you at the moment, everybody, Spirit's asking you to try and get your head around a situation, not to try not to get emotionally involved in any stress and strife that could be coming your way, because we have got the sun. The sun is all about brilliant ideas that lead to success and having confidence in yourself. So please try not to let your mindset get in the way of your confidence. Think positive. Um, don't allow anybody to let you know any different or try and convince you that's any different than that. Don't let anybody influence you in a negative way when it comes to your ideas, what it is you want to focus on and create. We've got the Queen of Fire. I thought it was the Queen of, yes, Queen of Fire. Now, this is all about being confident. This is about knowing that you know exactly what you're doing. This is about flying, stretching your wings and flying. This is the time for you to stay positive and confident in yourself and not allowing others to negatively influence you. Don't allow others to get in your head. This happens to all of us at times. You know, people, you tell people your ideas, you tell people what you're thinking of doing, and then their negativity comes out and it sort of starts to squash you a bit. So be cautious of that, won't you? The Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands, is very much about asserting your independence, bringing out that creativity, never underestimating yourself. This is not a time to doubt yourself at all. So don't let it, don't get in your head, everyone. All right, today and right now, whenever you're reading these videos are done about every 4 days, but we don't know what day you're going to find them. You could find it on the day it's released. You could miss it. You could be away. You could come back, and you might see it another time. So whatever time you're watching it, we believe that you are watching it at the right time. That's our belief system. You'll find it when you're meant to. And so the Sun, the Queen of Wands, very positive. Don't let these other energies get in your way. Okay. Now we're going to ask for a little bit more from our tarot. What else would you like to give us, please? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, we have a double up. Everyone, we have a double up. Oh, this is magic. Absolute magic. Oh, how fantastic. So this is big success. This is a very happy outcome. Great ideas that lead to success. Having confidence. This is telling us just to stay in our power, stay in that path of positiveness. And we have the Four of Wands again. Very successful outcome, and the Seven of Pentacles. So many of us are definitely making big change. Look, some of us we could be getting that something that we've been after for a while. It's very possible the doors could open. There could be. I am getting collaboration. So if you are collaborating with anybody, or if you're working things out with anybody, this is a very successful time to take that leap of faith, is what Spirit is saying, not to be afraid. Look, the Knight of Pentacles, he's not moving much, is he? He's the only knight that the horse isn't actually moving. This is only because Spirit is saying before you do actually take action, before you make that decision, just go over everything. So, look, you could be deciding on a home, you could be deciding on moving to a new area, you could be deciding on putting in for a loan, you could be deciding to buy, sell, whatever. So, this is the time now, right now at the moment, is just to weigh things up. This could also, be spending money on your home for that matter. It is about your finances, it is about movement and taking action. So if you feel right now that it's the right time to take action on these situations, you're spot on. This is the time to do that. This is the time to have confidence and know that the outcome is going to be brilliant. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So again, we're talking about our finances. And see this guy here, he's really, really trying to make up his mind. He's going over a few things. He's thinking about his abundance. He's thinking about his future, what he wants in the future. He's putting a lot of thought into What can I do to grow financially and abundantly? So think things through. Don't rush in. Don't rush in on things. Look around. Go through it all. Take your time. Is what Spirit is saying. His Spirit is saying there is no need to rush, but because the outcome is going to be very, very successful. So there's no need to rush into this. Okay. And that's why we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about it said the message of this is learn what you can from the situation and review everybody's motives. So this is a time for you to go over everything and to weigh everything up in relation to where it is you want to invest or buy, purchase, or sell, or whatever. Because we are talking about your money, and we're obviously talking about, um, your own business, your business, or working from home, moving home. Lots of movement here. There's lots of things going on, but it is a time to weigh things up, and not to rush. It's okay not to rush. The Queen of Wands, well, she's very confident. She's very confident. She's very much. This is a message about don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and your creativity. And so this is time now for you to be very positive in what it is you're deciding. We've got the Two of Swords again. Okay, we have got the Two of Swords again, and here she is, the one I was explaining to you. So this is now, try very hard not to feel as though you are up against it. We've got some news coming in here. So there is some news, there is some conversations going on here. Now, the Page of Wands, the Wands is our career, our business, what we do for a living. It can be family as well. And so we have got this news coming in, or some sort of conversations taking place that could make you feel as though you want to put your walls up a little bit, or you could put you in a situation where you're not really quite sure um, whether you want to go there, or whether you want to get involved in, or whether you want to take action on this. So what Spirit is suggesting is that this does need to be looked at differently. This is not a time to put your head in the sand. That's another way of putting this. This is not a time to ignore something. We take the blindfold off and look at things and see the things the way they are, where they truly are at the moment. That way you can make a decision. That way you can weigh things up. But if you're in the dark and you're not wanting to face something, then you're not going to get anywhere, and things could fall apart. You don't want that to happen either. There you go. Things could fall apart. Tower. And so this is now some information or some news or discussions that could be coming in to you that you're receiving. Could be career, work, finance, and so on, where you're going to have to make a big decision. This is going to bring big, big changes here. So today, the day you're watching this, over the next few days, and the next few weeks even, there could be a situation where you're going to have to make some change. You're going to have to act. You're going to have to decide which way to go. And the wonderful thing about the Tower, because it is a very positive card, is that it does force us into making change. It does push us into accepting that we have to do something. So she's going to have to take the blindfold off, put the swords down, get her head out of the sand, and take some action and make some big, big changes. Look, these changes are going to turn out to be the best thing you've ever done, because we've got two major arcanas of the Sun, the best card in the deck. So even though you're a little bit apprehensive, even though you're a little bit unsure, even though you're a little bit nervous about this, what this is saying to us all is that this is not a time to be afraid to actually make some huge changes, do things differently, look at things from a different perspective, and not to be afraid to act. and take action so that we can move forward in a very positive light. Okay. Yeah. This is your ship coming in. So we have the Three of Wands. Look at him, he's looking out there, he's watching his ship come in. This is, look, we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is all about grabbing hold of those two cups and moving forward. The Tower is the three cups that are now empty, that has been spilled, that haven't. And cups can represent our heartstrings. It can represent, it's our emotions. It's how we feel. It can be our love life for that matter. And this guy, he's very upset. He's focusing a lot on the loss and the lack of, and the fact that those three cups didn't turn out. Okay, that situation didn't turn out okay. And the more he concentrates on that, the more he's going to miss out on this big opportunity here that is right behind him. He's not looking at those possibilities. And so now this is the time for us to realize that, look, when it comes to making big change, sometimes there are some things that we need to let go of. Sometimes we have to move on from something to be able to bring that new situation in, that new relationship, that new job, that new whatever. And so this is the time for us to accept that it's time now to not dwell on what could have been, but in fact focus on what is going to be very, very successful. So time to pick up those cups, they're full. Walk over that bridge and go to build that bridge and build that castle, or go to your castle. Whenever I see this, I always think of the old saying of water under the bridge. So now it needs to be water under the bridge. It needs to flow. You need to move on and put it in the past that hasn't worked out 100% the way you had hoped. This is growth. We've got lots of growth here. There's already a great deal that you've accomplished, but there's more. There's more coming. There's more abundance on its way. And he's standing there waiting for his ship to come in, and his ship is about to come in. So there is more abundance on the way, but we do have to make decisions, and we have to move forward in our life at the moment. We have to make these changes. So it is a positive read, but there's a little bit of sacrifice here. There's a little bit of loss. It's not huge, but it is there. There's a little bit. And we've just got to think differently about things. We've got to think outside the box. We've just got to think things through. And that's what this fella's doing here. We've got to think about, which way do I really want to go here? I want to make sure that I invest my money properly. I want to make sure that I don't make a mistake with what I do. And so you take your time and don't rush in on anything financial at the moment. Don't rush in. Just look into it. Look into things. Be confident, and know that whatever it is you decide to do, the message of the Tower is, when you start making these changes, these transformations, and think differently about things and move on, close the doors on the negative and move forward. That the Tower always says to us that when you look back, you will say, I'm glad that happened, because if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am today. So this is a time for us to make some big, big changes and not be afraid to do just that. Yeah, we have to take that leap of faith. When it comes to our success, moving forward, becoming abundant, we have to take that leap of faith. And we've got some communication coming in. Again, we've got communication here, and we've got the home again. So we've got lots and lots of things around us at the moment that are obviously Spirit's talking to us here about where we're living and changes in where we're moving to. You will be safe and secure, but you must honour yourself and choose what's right for you. You must choose what is right for you at this initial stage. Everyone Sometimes spirit talks about relationships, sometimes they talk about everyday situations. And today it seems to be a lot about moving and your finances. So you could be moving from a job. You could, because look, we do have a lot of wands here. You could be getting some news, some information, inside information to do with your career. It could lead to a tower situation where you're going to have to make change because you're not happy with that news. It's very possible. You could be in a situation where you've put a lot of effort into something, and now you've found that things haven't gone the way you would have hoped, or people may have let you down, or situations. But in this card, we see that as part of the story, but we mustn't forget what's the offer is here. This is about taking a leap of faith, picking up those two cups, starting over again. All is not lost. And this is Spirit saying, you can do this. You go for it. You can do this. You will be safe and secure. So pick up those two cups, pick up those opportunities, grasp them now, even though you may feel a little bit down and out, just grasp them and know that they're going to be very successful. To get a double up on the sun is not something that happens with very often in readings. This is Spirit's way of confirming to you that you are on the right path. Your ideas are solid. You've got great ideas. They will lead to success. So don't be scared. Have confidence in yourself. Be confident. The energy of the Queen of Wands, confidence. It's time for you to spread your wings. It's time for you to fly in all areas of your life. So it's a very interesting message for us all today, isn't it? The message is for me too, because this is for everybody. And so this is interesting. Some of you could be in the field of art. We have got the creative card here. This is about the artist, the creative person. This is about music, singing, creativity, spiritual crafts, spiritual gifts, healing, spiritual healing. You might be a musician. You could be an art. It's the arts, and so the message is that the artist within you is about to emerge. And so this is very much about change, isn't it? So this is a lovely message. So God of the Arts, what a beautiful, beautiful card. So there's the photo there. This could be you being a spiritual artist, a psychic artist as well, because he's got that light there. So the true artist within you is about to emerge. Well, what a lovely message. You will soon feel a strong urge to express yourself creatively. It doesn't have to be art, it's just your creativeness, your creative side. Be creative, think outside the box. Bring something colourful into your life or into the work you do, what you're offering, maybe with your own business or your career. You will soon feel a strong urge to express yourself creatively. This creative expression will lead you to new and exciting ventures, projects, and ideas. This could be you learning, how to do a YouTube channel, how to put a Facebook page together, how to do a course to teach and train others. It's you expressing yourself with your gifts. Expressing yourself creatively will also help you to balance and heal your emotions. So these things that you've been going through, this is all about this here, emotional loss, but now the opportunity to go a different path, which in turn will help balance and heal you physically. This is a time to be authentic and true to yourself. Allow yourself to express all you feel without reservation, censorship, or judgment. Honor the inner child within you and just be you. Be who you are. Be your crazy self or your artistic self. Look at me. I'm a great nano, and I've got pink in my hair. I've been wearing pink in my hair for something like 30 odd years, mainly because I was a hairdresser and I loved colour. But I'm who I am. Everybody loves me for who I am, and I am who I am. So you can express yourself artistically in endless ways: painting, sculpture, dancing, singing, playing a musical instrument, gardening, knitting, carpentry, woodwork, pottery, and writing. Here you go, writing. are just a few of the many ways in which you can express yourself imaginatively and creatively. If you're going to write a book, if you're thinking of writing a book, writing a journal, put some classes together, put some lessons together, teach others. This is the time to do it. We've got the healer's card. This is all about teaching people to heal. Maybe you're a healer and you want to teach others. Maybe this is about your spiritual gifts. This is saying that this is a time for us all to have faith and to trust our intuition and to trust the spirit realm. So they've given us some lovely guidance today, haven't they? Really beautiful. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope that we have given you some insights into what's happening in your life at the moment. If you'd like to give us a like, it would be much appreciated because it does help the chat. Because this is a collective reading, it's for everybody and anybody, you may like to share this. And if you do, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, well, we'd love to have you on board. That would be really wonderful. In the meantime, everybody, look after yourself, take care, and we look forward to catching up with you again in another 4 or 5 days with spirit guidance. And don't forget, we are now doing daily messages. They're just short videos. They run for about 8 minutes. They're just daily guidance for each and every one of us. And they're great. They're really great. So if you subscribe, you will actually get notified when they are actually released. So take care. I look forward to catching up with you again very soon. Bye bye for now.